Joe Mullings live. Well, actually not live, but we're at 160 Studios here in Delray Beach. And I've got a great guest today. I got Darwin Shurig from SSI, Shurig Solutions, Inc. in Plainfield, Indiana.
Yep, that's correct.
Awesome. And Darwin and I got to know each other through the network, and we work a similar dig on our desks, and he was in town. And catching dinner tonight with him. And we started chatting about an initiative he's got going on. And you want to share with us what that is, where you're heading to Costa Rica, and just another thing. You want to talk about a selfless guy. So during the pandemic, and I know you don't like to talk about this, but I'm going to highlight it. He's a respiratory therapist, right? And you came out of healthcare.
I did.
And medical device as well?
I did do some medical device once I got into the sort of the sales and business development side of my career.
Right, right. But respiratory therapist, took time off out of his office, put on the hazmat gear, went in there and saved lives. So this is just, I just bring this up, not to embarrass him, but I bring it up to sort of, it represents a large part of the fabric of the MRI family. And then with that, he goes on a missionary trip every year to Dominican Republic, and he'll tell the story much better than I will. But first of all, welcome to 160.
Thank you. I couldn't be more excited to be here with you. I really appreciate it.
It was great. I love to take you on a tour through the office as we did.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
It's not a regular recruiting company.
No, no, much more than that, obviously.
Yeah. So tell me about, I was fascinated by the Costa Rica, I'm not sorry, I think of my son Costa Rica, the Dominican Republic.
Right.
Yeah, so tell me about that mission. What's it about?
So it's just an incredible, incredible place. It's a school. Two amazing people, Jason and Pam, went down there, I think 9-10 years ago. And so they wanted to go someplace. And the Dominican Republic is, in terms of world countries, when it comes to science, math, and reading, they're 130, 132, 133. So they're ranked very low. It's a very poor country for a variety of reasons, but certainly that ties into it. When you look at, I think there's a system of scoring how students do internationally. It's called PISA, and if you take the average scores for this, it's like in the mid 600s. Dominican Republic's like mid 300s. So there's a lot of poverty there. There is a lot of illiteracy, for example. So they went down there. They started this mission, this school. The story's incredible. They're amazing people. So 5 years ago, through my youngest son's teacher, we learned about the mission, about the opportunity, about the school, and went along with her on one of the mission trips and took the entire family. So that was 5 years ago. At that time, there were about, I believe, 9 missionaries, about 132 kids. The school's just being built. They'd bought the land a couple years ago. Previously, they would actually drive an hour and a half, set up tables, chairs for kids to come in, teach, and then they'd take everything down and then have to drive back. So they finally got their own land and started to build the school. So that was 5 years ago. Last year when we were there were 22 missionaries, about 360 to 400 kids.
Wow.
And so by the end of this year, they'll be at about 576. And end of this year, beginning of next year, there'll be around 34 missionaries.